Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are here for round number 7 of the Ultimate Sunday League series in season number 6. Looking at the standings, it is Sebastian Muller leading the way with Sven Halber getting a little bit closer and also taking second place from his teammate Dave Gibson. We would also see Carlos Leon overtaking Ivan Bulatov for P8, as well as Soren Frederiksen gaining a few places with his third top 10 of the season. And then in the constructors, not much would change apart from the fact that Black Blizzard would overtake VEO for the P8. Coming into this race, today's topic will be Sebastian Muller. As you might know, he won 5 drivers' titles as well as 4 constructors' titles with the LSA. But despite all of these titles and all of the wins that he got, none of them came in Germany. He never managed to win a home race, but could he change that today as we are going to be racing here in Hockenheim? As a race win would also get him a step closer to yet another driver's world title. Alright, here we go then, as we see the 5 minutes of qualifying starts right now. And we got both full forces here at front, but yeah, let's see who can be at the front at the end of these 5 minutes. Now let's see, the drivers are about to finish the first lap here. Let's see who's gonna be up there, and I think it's Muller leading the way here with an amazing lap there. Absolutely destroying everyone else so far. As we see Hallberg and Kivimaki tied, and then the same also for Gibson and Maxwell for P4. We see then it's Sebastian Muller, the home hero here, trying to win at his home ground for the first time, as we get himself now. Can he improve or not? No, it's really hard to improve from that amazing lap, as we see now Hallberg though getting a lot closer, just 6 hundredths of a second right behind the German. And then you see Gibson now in third place. And then it's Leon climbing up into P4. That's a massive improvement. Then we see Kivimaki in P5 and Novak into P6. And now it's up for the others, as this will be the final lap of these qualifying. We see Halberg working really fast. He's flying like a rocket ship here. And let's see, can he do it or not? Can he improve? And yes, he can! What an amazing lap there! An amazing and huge upset for the Germans. Kivimaki climbs up into second place, as we see Muller third. And then I think Bulatov was also up there. So let's then have a look into the starting grid then for today's race. So having a look into the starting grid, it is Sven Halber then starting on pole position, then Patrick Kivimaki will start alongside. Then the home hero will be starting in third place, just alongside Ivan Bulatov. And then we see Gibson with Victor Lewis in P6. Then we got Leon with Novak in P8, followed by Zetek, and then Emerson Gomez in P10. Then we see Maxwell then in P11, followed by Frederiksen, with then Homer and Grenier in P13, just ahead of Roy Vermeulen. Then you got Gil Ribeiro in P15, just ahead of Godfrey, with then Ferenzi having a lot of work to do, just like Suarez, who's going to be starting right behind him. And then we have Nakano and Morelli on the final row here today. So let's get ourselves into the race, 56 laps here in Hockenheim. Alright then, here we go, the race is on here in Hockenheim, as we see Kivimaki with an amazing start as he takes the lead. Muller as well will try to stick that second place, and now here he goes now. He's gonna go through into the lead. Can Sebastian Muller do it? Is he going to the airpin there? And Muller has taken it. The crowd is going crazy as we see Gibson and Gomez getting some penalties there. And then we see Halbert keeping third place, and we see Bulatov and Leon there going side by side. Now it's Lewis also trying to stay there. And then we have now Lewis once again. Around the outside goes the Canadian. And now he goes into turn 1 into P5 then. What an amazing start so far that we see Kivimaki now trying to take advantage of those soft tires. We see Halberg ended up on the grass. He's gonna slow down quite a lot. And now we see Kivimaki taking back the lead of the race. Then we got Lewis, the other FCR, right behind the Swedish driver. Then we got the Russian here in P6 doing an amazing race so far. But obviously still early days here. Then we got Gomez now trying to recover from a disappointing qualifying yet again. But now he's already up to P4, so I think a lot of the damage has already been fixed, but he needs to get past these two drivers on hard tires, Halberg and Muller, as we now see Lewis here in P5, as Gomez will take a penalty, but it will not make a difference. And it only cost Lewis one position, as we now see Gibson going up the inside there and takes the move, and now Lewis will now take his revenge and makes a nice move there. Now we see Gomez paying the price a little bit. Now he's under pressure from the Russian, so he's having some struggles here. But now he seems to be staying in P6 for now. Ooh, but Molotov is really trying his best to find a way past. As then at the front we got Halberg with Sebastian Muller. It's the battle for second place. You see already on lap number 5. They're both on hard tires, just sort of slipstreaming each other it seems, but Halberg I think might actually be trying to find a way past the German. But he's obviously very motivated to win his first ever home race. And then we see Ziatek here going up the inside of Gomez. Now he's under pressure from Maxwell. Yeah, looks like Molotov didn't manage to get past the Brazilian. We see now Ferenzi also. He had a lot of work to do. He had a very bad qualifying, but he already managed to recover up to the top 10 positions. As now he goes around the outside of Ziatek, and in a nice overtake there, can he do it? As we see a current LSA driver versus an ex-LSA junior. We see then Ferenzi then making a move on the Polish driver. As then at the front, you got the hardwurners. Second and third, trying to chase down or keep the distance to Kivimaki at least, but now Halberg will finally go for his move. And now he goes and gets himself into second place. See here, Molotov now in P5. Really doing a solid race, that is for sure. I think this team has been very surprising, as now we see the Russian, then with the move on the Scottish. And then Gomez will get past Victor Lewis once again. You see now Maxwell, through he goes into a P7. There's now, not much things starting to calm down here, but as we see Gomez have a look at the inside there of Gibson. Then we got Ziatek with Ferenzi applying the pressure. As regarding he's on this RT sandwich. And we see Ferenzi just trying to have another look at the inside. But now Ziatek is had to go defensive. Let's see, can Ferenzi do here? And not much. See Ferenzi now up the inside, and he makes the move then. Now looking back here, we got Lewis once again getting past Gomez. I think those mediums might started to get better. As we see now Molotov already going into the pits after 11 laps, so he's going for the interesting undercut, not just him. We also see Vermeulen. And then we got Halberg and Kivimaki close to each other, as we see Muller right behind now. Just see can Halberg take the lead or not. Kivimaki is still defending. Muller is right behind watching all of this, but now Halberg goes around the outside and he takes the lead once again. As now Muller will do the same. But now Gibson will go into the pits, cannot stay for longer. So let's see where he's going to end up. He's on the mediums now. Looks like Gomez has also pitted already. And let's see, he's going to be in P13. Yeah, then it's Gomez right behind. Maybe someone will try another cut here. Let's see. Is he going down side by side? Gibson goes defensive though. But now he's going to have the inside into the air, but he was way too far to make that work. Kivimaki now has went into the pits then. As he comes out in P7, and he's going to have a lot of clean air here, so that should be a good undercut for him. But as we see, Muller and Halberg still battling for the race lead. But now we see Muller getting very, very close, as we see, he just cannot find a way past the Swedish. But now we see Muller then, can he go up the inside? And now he takes back the lead of the race. And now we see Kivimaki then with a nice move on Leon, easily done. Now we see Molotov right behind Leon. Leon still yet to pit. Molotov then goes to the left side, but does he have the space? No! Leon will squeeze him. But now he should have another chance here. We see a huge difference in the tires, and now Bolotov has the inside, and now he completes the move then into P5. And we see, oh, he messes up the line there. I don't know what the hell happened. He went very deep on that corner, but now he keeps P5. Then we see here Gibson versus Florenzi. As there he goes, down the inside goes the LSA into P8. And then we got Suarez looking for a move on Grenier. There's a lot of movement here in the midfield, but now Suarez takes the penalty. Definitely not convenient. Now he's going to be losing 3 positions because of that. Now we see Kivimaki getting past Maxwell, so he's up to 3rd place already. Then we see it's Leon with Gomez. Right now, try to get up the inside of the SCP, but Leon managed to defend that one well. And then we see a sort of a freeway battle here between Suarez and the RRTs. There he goes then Suarez around the outside of Vermeulen. Can he do it? No! And now Zitek will pass him instead! Maybe some dirty teamwork there, as we see Zitek now getting past his teammate. Suarez will be trying to find a way past him. As in the meantime, looks like Halberg has went into the pits. And he came out in P5, and now we see Suarez then making the move on the Dutchman as Muller has stayed out. Now we have Gibson trying to make a move on Gomez as he goes side by side once again. As Gomez has slightly older tires. Now looks like Muller has came out of the pits in 3rd place. So Halberg has got the undercut done, but Muller went for another set of hard tires. But back at the front, we see Muller battling there with Halberg, but we also have Gomez and Gibson once again going at each other. Then we have Bolotov right ahead, trying to keep that P4, but as we see now, I think the LSA might have more pace at this current moment, and now he goes up the inside. As we see, he takes P4 then. Now Gibson will be stuck behind, as then at the front, looks like Halberg is very close to the lead. We see Kivimaki just trying to keep it, but I'm not sure if his strategy is working. Now Halberg makes a little mistake. Muller will have another chance to overtake him, but he couldn't take it. Then we see Gibson versus Gomez. Looks like he managed to catch the LSA and pass him. As here we see now Muller up the inside of Halberg, and now he makes the move into 2nd place. Now he's going to be charging his way into the lead. As we see Kivimaki once again having some tire struggles, and it's a very huge difference now. As we see Muller's tires still very fresh, as we see Halberg now taking full advantage. He takes a double overtake, and he goes through into the lead. Then it's Muller now trying to get past Kivimaki, and he also does it into 2nd place. Now he's going to go after the Swedish driver again. But couldn't pass him now. Yeah, we're starting to see a difference of the tire life here. As Kivimaki will have to beat again. It should actually be a much bigger undercut, and now he dives into the pits then. And now we see Muller giving pressure to Halberg. With Nakano a lap down right ahead. Could be a bit of an obstacle there. And now we see Muller trying to get up the inside. Doesn't work though. But let's see once again. There we got Halberg still leading the way. Now Muller just looking for a way past, as we see he's just gaining speed and getting more speed. He goes up the inside of the hairpin, and through goes Muller into the race lead. But yeah, as we see also Lewis and Gibson battling each other. In 3rd place is Gullis goes up the inside, and now he makes the move, and Gomez just going backwards here. He's down into P7. See Kivimaki with some traffic to overtake. Obviously he has much fresher tires than all of these drivers, and he can definitely take 3rd place here in this race, that is for sure. But as we see now, Gibson goes around the outside trying to keep it there, but couldn't stay on track. As now we see Lewis leading this little group here. We see now Gibson try to go around the outside. Can Kivimaki go through them all? No! But instead it is Lewis losing all of the positions. And now maybe with the ghosting, Kivimaki could gain some positions here, but he only gets past Maxwell. Now we see the English driver will counter-attack. Kizimaki has the exit. We now see William then right behind. Try to find a way past. As we see now Maxwell goes up the inside once again into the hairpin. And yet this is just costing Kizimaki a lot of time. He's back at the front. Looks like Halberg is got closer to Muller, who still didn't manage to get past their Links Racing. And now Halberg is back into the lead. Now we see Kizimaki also starting to get rid of the traffic, and now he gets past Gibson. As the other two went into the pits here, we see Lewis now coming out in P9. And yeah, it's definitely been a very crazy race. We also got Gomez, who went for the soft tire, so he's going for a free stopper. Look at that, there's just a lot of chaos as he takes a penalty, just like for Dixon. Now we see he's coasting his way with his LSA teammates. Then we see Gibson into the pits. And I think he might end up in this chaos as well. And we see now Gomez as he makes the undercut to work on Gibson. But now he's gonna have worse tires. So yeah, that's definitely the downside of this. As we see a huge chaotic pack here. We got Suarez with Gomez. Then Gibson right behind. Actually amazing to see this, but as we see now Gomez leads the way here. Into P6, then Lewis has managed to get away from the chaos. As you see a mix of tires with old and others with fresh tires. Suarez probably the one with the worst tires here. We see Frederiksen taking a penalty. Now it's Suarez trying to go up things side. He goes defensive, but nothing can do against the Argentinian. Then we've got Maxwell and Zietek right behind. Looking for the way pass as well. Yeah, that's been a very chaotic race here. And now we see Zietek getting a triple overtake there. Oh my god, what an amazing move there from the Polish driver. He goes then into P8. And then see Suarez in P10. But then we have Maxwell and Bulatov both trying to put themselves up there. But Bulatov though has lost a lot of positions. Actually, but Maxwell is the one who seems to be much further up there from the Russo-British Racing. We see now looks like Muller has got himself back into the lead. As, yeah, I think Halberg definitely needs to pit now, and now he does it. So Halberg pits from second place on lap 39. So now it's 16 laps to go. And he went for the hard tires. That means he can easily go into the end. We also have Leon now down into P8, who still yet can make a second pit stop. And we see Frederiksen trying to get up the inside, but that didn't work well for him. Then we see the attack trying to get past Gomez as he goes up the inside. And that might actually be a very easy move there. And so through goes the attack. Picking the move on Gomez. As you see as he goes side by side, and now there goes Gomez then. Getting past his ex-teammate from Season 3. Then we have Leon with Maxwell and Frederiksen. Ferenzi goes now up into a P10. And then back at the front though we have Lewis with Gibson. Gibson just staying in P4 at the moment. Maybe he still has better tires. Because now we see Muller. Looks like he has pitted. And he seems to be already ahead of Halberg. Now as you can see, Halberg will go up the inside. And he takes the position. As then we have Gibson and Lewis, the other side of the constructors' battle. We didn't see Lewis and Gibson once again battling for the P4, but will something come out of this? As we see now Lewis looking to gain some speed. He goes once again the Canadian now into the hairpin. Can he make the move as he goes up inside? But he takes the penalty, so that will cost him the position. Now we see Halberg Trying to take the lead from Kivimaki, then he goes up the inside and he's done it. But yeah, Kivimaki's starting to struggle. I think he needs to pit now. And he decided to stay out here, but now we see Muller trying to get past the Finnish driver. And we see now Muller goes up the inside and now he takes the position. Kivimaki then into the pits should be able to come out in third place. And I think a lot of drivers should go actually for the free stopper. I think Leon might be one of those exceptions probably. And then also no, Frederickson already pitted for the third time. But as we see then Lewis will come out in P4. We see Gomez has already made a third pit stop, but now he has slower tires. As we see now Gibson looking for the way past. Gomez goes up the inside and he takes the penalty once again. And then we see Suarez right behind with very old tires. I think he's going to be struggling at the end of this race. And we now see Gibson with a nice move there on Gomez. Now we see Muller then looking to overtake Halberg. This will be very decisive now as Muller goes up the inside into the apron and through goes Sebastian Muller into the race lead as we see the crowd roaring here for their home hero. And can he finally do it? It's now gonna be 5 laps to go to the end of the race. We see Halberg losing some time with lap drivers. We see now just 3 laps to go to the end. And look at Halberg now, very close to Muller. He goes up the inside once again and now he takes back the lead. Now there he goes Muller. He seems to have the speed again. As you can see, I think the tires seem to be very similar, so Muller might have the advantage on the speed at least. As he now goes up the inside into the apron and again he takes back the lead. As now this far in few laps these drivers had been going back and forth here as we see Muller losing some momentum there. Halberg will go up the inside. Can Muller still defend? Yes, he can. As now we see it's the final lap of the race. You see now Muller having to deal with some traffic as you can see he gets massively slowed down there. Halberg is right behind him. As they go into the airpin, Bulatov takes a penalty. Halberg will get past him. Or maybe not even. So I think this might be it as we see the crowd rising for Sebastian Muller, who finally takes his first home race win. And he gets his third of the season. With then Sven Halberg being very close in second place, and it's Kivimaki in third, followed by Lewis with a nice comeback after what happened in Monaco. And then we see Gibson. Then in P5, then it's Gomez. The disappointing P6 today. Then we got Ziertek with Leon, then it's Suarez. Ferenzi only P10. And we see Bulatov, who looked very promising today, but only P11. Then we see Morelli with an amazing result actually, considering that he's starting from last. We see Ferenzi, also Maxwell, was much further up there, but he couldn't capitalize on it. So as we see, surprisingly enough, after Maxwell we then have Kenya with another disappointing result actually, and then we see Joe Ribeiro with Novak and then Godfrey. As we also see Nakano in P20. But as you can see though, Morelli will be the one taking the fastest lap, so that's quite a big surprise. But so let's then have a look into the standings after this race. Looking then at the standings, Sebastian Muller's win is actually a very crucial one because now he's going to be at 27 points ahead of Sven Halberg, so the Germany is very close to getting yet another driver's title. In the meantime, we would see now Deep Gibson starting to disappear in the title fight pretty much, and then we would see Patrick Kivimaki getting very close to overtake Victor Lewis for the P5, and then we would see Leonardo Suarez getting past Ivan Bulatov for the P9, and then Jacob Ziertek with his P7 finish would actually get a bit of a boost in the standings. And then in the constructors, Flow4 still leads the way, but now FCR managed to get a little bit closer, as they are now 23 points apart. And then we would see Russo British Racing, they've been in P5 for quite a while, but in the last few rounds, SCP and Rapid Racing team, they've been able to get closer to them, so there seems to be a bit of a freeway battle for P5. And that's it for today's video. As for the next round, we are traveling to Malaysia to race at the Sepang International Circuit. So we'll see you there. Until the next time, goodbye.